Hello, first grade friends, and happy Friday! Today, I wanted to share a book with you guys that's really special to me. It's one of my favorite books written by one of my favorite authors, and it's a book that we read in the beginning of the school year when we first started first grade, and I have a lot of really good memories about that. So I wanted to share this book with you all, The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Raphael Lopez. So let's begin. The Day You Begin. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. How do you think Rigoberto feels in this picture? You can turn and share it with someone next to you. How would you feel if someone made you feel like that? Rigoberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming on the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller when the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer?" Tell the class your story. We went to France, Shayla said. These shells came from a beach in Maine. A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey, their travels going on and on. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? How do you think she feels? There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. When even your own friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far. The game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. Friends, I want you to tell me, do you think they're being inclusive? Are they including him? You can turn and share with someone next to you. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. This is a good illustration that shows us how this boy is feeling. Take a look at the background here compared to this one. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago, reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina, too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. The end. All right, friends, I want to hear how you felt about that story. We're going to do a response to literature today. And a response to literature is when we take a story that we read and we respond to it by answering a question. So I want you guys today to think about the children in the story who didn't feel like they belonged. If they were students in our class, what could we do to help them feel like they're an important part of our classroom? What would you do? You can turn and brainstorm. That is the question that we're answering today. If they were students in our class, what could you do to help them feel like they're an important part of our class? And remember, friends, we don't only write a couple of sentences. We are second graders in training, so we are pushing ourselves to write a few sentences and explain why. So I'd love to see some linking words in there using like, as, and because. I want you guys to explain why you feel like you would do that for a friend in our class. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see your writing. Mwah! I'll see you soon.